Hello and welcome to today's video. We'll be doing a continuation of how to make your mask move or the jaw part 2. And I don't think I've done too badly getting the jaw to move. It does work if you get it in the right positions. And took a little bit of adjusting. Had to put it in certain bits, and certain bits had to be cut again, and all sorts of different things. So today I was teaching how to get it in on the jaw, as yesterday and last time was just the basic design. So keep tuned, and we'll be talking to Alexa and going through the magic door. So keep tuned and enjoy the story tonight. Alexa, I'd like to play a game, please.
I have a few skills for that. Let's try one. Would you like to try animal game?
Alexa, I would like to go through the magic door game.
Welcome back to the Dark Forest adventure.
Wow, I see big thunder clouds up there. It might actually be safest inside. Should we go inside or get out of here?
Go inside.
Okay, I put the door open more. We peek inside. It's pitch dark. We can't see anything. It seems no one is around. Together we step inside a dark entryway. The door slams behind us. Yikes, it's spooky in here. Yeah, I don't like that. We really need some light.
Like I said,
it sure
we
would
got
be nice to find a light switch. Maybe we should feel
mask
around for
ready.
one. What would
we
you
did
like
do
to
is
do now?
the one we did earlier on is here as well, guys. That was my prototype
When
before.
you're ready to stop playing, you can say stop. What would you like to do now?
Carry on.
Are you sure you would like to turn debug mode on?
Yes.
Debug is now on. What would you like to do now?
Continue the story.
The intent was continue. That's not something you can do here. What would you like to do now?
All my choices.
Options vertical bar don't know. We could go back outside or feel around for a light switch. What would you like to do now?
Feel around for a light switch.
Feel light switch. Okay. We slowly run our hands along the walls, starting by the front door. You stick close by me. We feel mostly the smooth, cold walls. But wait. I feel something right here. Oops, that's not a light. That's a creepy clock. Let's keep going. Touch this. We run into what feels like a door frame. We step inside, still feeling for a switch. Oh, here's something. It feels like a button. I wonder if I should press it. What would you like to do now?
Press the button.
Press button. Okay, I press the button. And yes, we have some light. It's not bright, but we can finally see. Look around. We're in a very small room. I think we're in an elevator. Watch out, the doors are closing. The elevator starts moving down.
So like I was saying, guys, we did this one earlier on, and that was a how to make the mask and separate the mask and what pieces you
The
probably
doors
need.
open and we see only smoke and hear strange noises.
As we started on this one, this is the second one I did, but I did mess around with the prototype a bit enough.
The smoke
So,
clears a bit and we
learn
see a
how to
fiery glow
actually
in the room in
make
front of us. I
this
believe we
piece
are looking into a cellar. It
sort
is
of
hard to
move
see,
independently,
but I think
but
there are
it's
some
not the
shelves
headpiece
ahead
that will be
at the
moving.
back of this room. Should we step into the cellar or
It
stay
is
here in the
the
elevator?
Jaw. If I can get you right.
Should we step into the cellar or stay here in the elevator?
Step into the elevator.
Step into cellar.
Cellar.
Okay.
Oh,
We
sorry,
step
yes.
out onto a stone floor. As we do, the strange rumbling gets louder and scarier.
Okay. So then I took some. What I couldn't do find out was how to get it to stay to my head. What I had
At
to
least
do
we
was get
can now
some.
see a little bit more. Sure enough, there are
Give me
shelves
some-
lining the wall at the back of this small room. Should we walk over to the shelves or leave this room?
Walk over to the shelves.
Walk to shelves, vertical bar, look at shelves, vertical bar, go to shelves. We walk over to the shelves in the back of the room. They appear empty except for a brass candlestick with one candle in
That's what I
it.
did, guys. Is I got
There
some
is
safety
also a
pins.
single match sitting on the
Book
candlestick
standard
space.
as you get in any kind of
I
hobby
quickly
shop,
light the candle
which I
with
had
the
it
match
already. So
and
again,
pick
I'm not
it up.
using anything other
In
than
the
around the
glow of the
house.
candle light, I see that the smoke and fiery glow is coming from underneath a closed door. I can also see the elevator
And,
still open on the
then
other side of the room.
I stuck
Should
them
we go
through,
up the
as
stairs
you
or
can
go
see here,
back to
and then
the
I got myself
elevator?
a basic off my
You
jacket
can say go up the
tie.
stairs or
There's
go
things,
back
you
to
know,
the
those things that go
elevator.
in your hood, that thing. What I had, an old knackered one. So I took the string out of there and sort of tied
The
it to
intent
where
was
I needed
keep
it to be
going.
around the back of my
Object,
head.
object. Should we go up the stairs or go back to the elevator?
Go back up the stairs. So then
Go
I
up
tied
the
it to
stairs,
as
vertical
tight as I
bar, go
needed
to
it to be.
stairs. Okay, let's get up those stairs quickly.
And continued on really, and I've gotten
At
to
the
the
top of the
space now
stairs,
where I'm ready
we
to
push
paint that
open a
one.
small door,
But I thought
and we find
I want to share
ourselves
my
back
knowledge.
in the entryway. With our candle, we can now see what's around us. I hold up the candlestick and we can see a small table in a corner, an open doorway leading to another dark room, and a large mirror on the wall opposite the front door. What would you like to do now?
Go forward. Not listening to her.
Go outside, vertical bar, go back, vertical bar, leave room, vertical bar, leave. Okay, we go back outside.
You don't need a large one, so just like
Wow.
mid-range
I
ones is
see
what I
big
used for the
thunder
last one.
clouds up there. It might actually be safest inside. Should we go inside or get out of here?
And again, if you're younger, make sure you got adults' permission and adults' supervision, because these are shot. And all I
Wow.
did, guys, is I
see
got
big thunder clouds
this
up
here,
there. It
and
might actually be safest inside.
to make it so
Should
it was
we
nice
go
and
inside
secure,
or get out of here?
and I thought I'd add a little bit more, as you'll see in a moment.
You have one lit candle on a candlestick. If you'd like to know more about an item, ask me to describe it. Should we go inside or get out of here?
Go inside.
Go inside. Okay. I push the door open more.
And I pressed that through, as you can see, and
We
you
peek
got a
inside.
fixing, and
It's
it'll fix
pitch
lovely
dark.
instead of
We
having to
can't
stick
see
it
anything.
like you did for the cardboard mutton chops, which is those pieces there now, guys. And
It seems
again,
no
the paper
one
mache
is
saved a whole
around.
lot, like I did
Together
last
we
time.
step inside a dark entryway.
As you can see, that will be the jaw
The
now.
door slams behind us.
And you've got one piece that is showing and one without. Right about there, I'd say, if you're going to put it, or anywhere below it, just so it fixes in and will move with your actual jaw itself.
Yikes. It's spooky in here. Yeah, I don't like that. We really need some light. It sure would be nice to find a light switch. Maybe we should feel around for one. What would you like to do now?
Continue inside.
The intent was go inside. Object. What would you like to do now?
Object.
We could go back outside or feel around for a light switch.
I would like to feel around for a light switch.
Feel light switch. Okay. We slowly run our hands along the walls, starting by the front door. You stick close by me. We feel mostly the smooth, cold walls. But wait. I feel something right here. Oops. That's not a light. That's a creepy clock. Let's keep going. Touch this. We run into what feels like a door frame. We step inside, still feeling for a switch. Oh, here's something. It feels like a button. I wonder if I should press it. What would you like to do now?
Push the button.
Press button. Okay, I press the button. And yes, we have some light. It's not bright, but we can finally see. Look around. We're in a very small room. I think we're in an elevator. Watch out, the doors are closing. The elevator starts moving down.
Just messing
The
around here,
doors
guys.
open and we see only smoke and hear strange noises.
Bobby pin. Like I said, I was just up on Instagram, making sure everybody know that I'm live. Again, if you want to follow me on
The
Instagram, my
smoke
name is
clears a bit and we see a fiery glowing room in
084
front of us. I believe we are
BLUT
looking into a cellar.
084.
It is hard to see, but I think there are some shelves ahead, at the back of this room. Should we step into the cellar or stay here in the elevator?
Stay here in the elevator.
Stay. You know, I'm scared just like you. But we got to get out of this elevator. It's going nowhere. Should
Okay,
we step into the cellar or stay here in the elevator?
stay here in the elevator for a moment. Like I said, guys, I've got the 2 bobby pins now, and so what I need next is like what I used for the first one was, like I said, it was just a basic piece of out of your
Stay.
jumper.
You know, I'm scared
And those
just
toggles,
like
those
you.
really annoying
But we
ones. You
got
can never
to
get the
out
right
of
length.
this elevator. It's going nowhere.
But yeah,
Should
I
we
used that
step
one.
into the cellar or stay here
I'm
in the
looking for the other
elevator?
piece of string, which I can show you how I actually connected it, and then what I did afterwards.
And yes, we have some light. It's not bright, but we can finally see. Look around. We're in a very small room. I think we're
Basic
in an
little bit of
elevator.
string there.
Watch
Nothing
out,
fancy again,
the
all
doors
around
are
the house.
closing.
This could have even been a shoelace. Oh, sorry about
The
that.
elevator starts
Could even
moving
be
down.
a. Put my arms under my foot. Like I said, toggles out of your jumper itself. So, say you know, like I said, these
The
strings
doors
that
open
never
and
are
we
really
see
long
only
enough.
smoke
There
and
goes
hear
my phone.
strange noises.
But just basic connect it. Just if it's a bit frayed, all you can do is roll it up a little
The
bit.
smoke clears a bit
Not
and we
too
see
much,
a
'cause you
fiery
will make it a
glowing
bit
room
fluffy.
in front of us. I
But it
believe we
doesn't
are
really
looking
matter
into
because
a
all you can do
cellar.
is put it through
It is
anyway.
hard to see, but I think there are some shelves ahead.
You're
at
just
the
tying
back
that
of
there
this room.
together.
Should we step into the cellar or stay here in the elevator?
Continue on.
The intent was continue. If you would like me to repeat the full scene, you can say, repeat the scene. Should we step into the cellar or stay here in the elevator?
Go down to the cellar.
Step into cellar.
Again,
Okay. We step out onto a stone floor. As we do, the strange rumbling gets louder and scarier. At least we can now see a little bit more. Sure enough, there are shelves lining the wall at the back of this
So now we
small
got
room.
nice
Should
and
we
taut.
walk over to
And
the
it's
shelves
really
or leave
important
this room?
to keep this taut. Sorry, let me go.
The
It's really
intent was
important.
eat cooking.
Alexa,
Object.
pause.
The intent was Amazon pause intent. That's not something you can do here.
Oh,
Should we walk over to the shelves or leave this room?
walk over to the shelves.
Walk to shelves, vertical bar. Look at shelves, vertical bar. Go to
Keep
shelves.
it really tight, guys. So when you put it
walk
onto
over
your
to the
jaw,
shelves in the back of the room. They appear empty except for a brass candlestick with one candle in it. There
you
is
can then
also
put
a
it around
single
your
match
face.
sitting on the candlestick.
Get it onto your jaw.
I quickly light the candle with the match and pick it up. In the glow of
And
the
then
candle light, I see that the smoke
tight
and
on
fire
there.
glow is coming from underneath the closed door. I
I
can also see the elevator still open on the other side
Got to
of the
tie it
room.
up nice and
Should
tight.
we go up the stairs or go back to the elevator?
So you're doing is there. Cheap and easy, guys. Yeah. So all stuff found around the house. And
The intent was options.
got a nice jaw there.
Object. Should we go up the stairs or go back to the elevator?
Pause.
The intent was Amazon pause intent.
Pause
Object.
intent.
Should we go up the stairs or go back to the elevator?
She's going to taxi now. Alexa, go to the stairs.
Go up the stairs, vertical bar. Go to stairs.
Alexa,
Okay, let's get up
Up
those
the
stairs quickly.
right. There we go. And there's
At the
the
top of the stairs,
one, which
we
we've
push
done
open
today,
a small door, and we find
together with the
ourselves
old
back
one.
in the entryway.
And
With our
if you
candle,
guys
we
do
can
need
now
me
see
to
what's around
actually
us. I
show
hold
you
up the
actually how where to
candlestick
tie
and we
it,
can
but
see a
I
small
think we've
table
covered
in a
the
corner,
actual thing
an
there.
open doorway
And
leading
what I
to
did-
another dark room, and a large mirror on the wall opposite the front door. What would you like to do now?
Alexa, stand still and don't move.
Options vertical bar. Don't know. We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table. What would you like to do now?
I would look at the table.
Look
So
table
you guys can
vertical
see
bar.
what I
Look
did
at
with the
table
mask
vertical
here.
bar. Go
Again,
to
it's
table. We walk over to the
nothing
small table
major
in
that
the
I've
corner.
used. The underneath
It's
there
a wooden
is
box.
just one of those basic plastic
Listen.
masks. So we don't need this anymore because it no longer is a cheap piece of tat. It's an actual something you could use
Up
again.
close, we see that it is a
There's the
music
other
box
mask. And
with
you
a
can see
miniature wedding
what I
couple
did
standing on top.
when I actually made
It
the
looks
bunch
like we
ups.
could open
They were a
it.
little bit too big.
What would you like to do
So
now?
what I did with the other one, again, I had a prototype ready to go. I had cut one of the corners here and
light
made it a
switch.
little bit thinner
Okay.
because what I
We
found
slowly
was
run
this
our
was a bit
hands
too
along
fat
the walls, starting
to
by the front
actually
door.
do anything
We
with.
stick close by me. We feel
But
those
again,
through the
that was
screen.
just a demonstration
Cold
one,
walls.
so you think.
But
'Cause,
wait.
I continued on off
I feel
screen
something
just to
right
get it
here.
right because I thought when I first made it, when I was just going to go straight from the prototype, it didn't actually fit my face very well. So I came back and I went over it again. And
Oops.
did
That's
the
not a
actual
light.
one we're doing
That's
today.
a creepy
And I will
clock.
be painting this
Let's
today.
keep going.
It is, again, you've got your main
Touch
piece
this.
of face
We run into what feels like a door frame.
with a hollowed out
We
nose
step
because it's going to be a
inside,
skull.
Still feeling for a switch.
A little bit of detail.
Oh,
And
here's
again,
something.
we paper mashed the whole thing.
It feels
And
like
on
a
this one, I
button.
gave it a little
I
bit
wonder
more
if
of
I should press
the
it. What would you like to do
cheekbone.
now?
Press the button.
Press button.
And
Okay.
so I'll be
I pressed
painting
the
the
button.
eyes today. Painting the eyes and
A
doing a
small
bit more
light
colour on the
suddenly
nose
appears above the
and
elevator
doing some
button,
teeth in here as well.
illuminating the phrase "out of order." We
And
wait
if you guys
nothing
want
happens.
me to turn this
I
into
guess
something
this
else
elevator
itself, this is
really
again
is
this
out
is
of
the other
order.
one that we did today.
Why in the world
It's not
would
as
you want
good,
to
but
go
I'm
back
thinking
in it?
maybe it could be
What would
used
you like to
for like
do now?
Submarine or something like that. But let me know down in the comments, guys, what you think it could be used for. I'd love your ideas, and any ideas are all welcome. It could even be silly ones, even could be the ones that you think, oh, you'll never be able to, or even ones that you guys have tried yourself. Let me know either here on Instagram. Let me know over on
I
Instagram
hold
or
up the
show me some
candlestick
pictures
and we
at
can
the
see
end
a small table
under
in
the
a corner,
comments.
an open doorway leading to another
Give me a
dark
link
room,
to your thing.
and a large
Put them
mirror
up on your
on
wall and
the
I'll
wall
check them
opposite
out.
the front door. What would you like to do now?
Alexa, what was the options?
Options vertical bar don't know. We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table. What would you like to do now?
I'd like to look at the table.
Look table vertical bar, look at table vertical bar, go to table. We walk over to the small table in the corner. On it sits a wooden box. Listen. Up
Yes, I will
close,
be
we
using
see
red.
that it is a music box with a miniature wedding couple standing on top. It looks like we
A
could
little bit of
open
blue.
it. What would you like to do now?
And I thought we'd try some oil paints as well today.
We could go through the
Or
doorway,
darker colours.
look at the
So I'll
mirror,
definitely
or
use
look at the
and
table.
extra bits I may be able to use. Alexa, I would like to play a game.
I have a few skills for that.
I know, but you just
Let's
shut
try
down the other
one.
game.
Do you want to try the magic door?
Yes.
Welcome back to the Dark Forest adventure.
You are in debug mode. You will hear technical details about the magic door as you play. To turn debug mode off, say, set debug off. I hold up the candlestick and you
Set.
can see a small table in
Alexa.
the corner.
Set debug off.
Debug is now off. What would you like to do now?
What was the answers? Questions?
We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table.
Look at the table.
We walk over to the small table in the corner. On it sits a wooden box. Listen. Up close, we see that it is a music box with a miniature wedding couple standing on top. It looks like we could open it. What would you like to do now?
Open the box.
Okay, I open the music box. Look, inside the box is a small black key. We also find an engraved metal plaque that reads, Silas and Serena forever. Interesting. I wonder what this key is for. I will pick it up and keep it safe for us. What would you like to do now?
What are my options?
We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table. What would you like to do now?
Look at the mirror.
We walk over to the large mirror. I hold up the candlestick. Oh, the mirror is totally shattered. We see our distorted reflections in the mirror, and we also see something else moving behind us. We both quickly turn around to see who or what it is. But as soon as we turn, the moaning stops. We look at each other, and then both look at the mirror again. What is going on here? What would you like to do now?
mate?
We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table.
Look at the window, I think she said.
If you would like me to repeat the full scene, you can say, repeat the scene. What would you like to do now?
What are the questions?
You have one lit candle on a candlestick and one small black key. If you'd like to know more about an item, ask me to describe it. What would you like to do now?
Describe the item.
I don't have any information about that item. What would you like to do now?
What am I allowed to do?
You have one lit candle on a candlestick and one small black key. If you'd like to know more about an item, ask me to describe it. What would you like to do now?
Light a candle.
We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table. What would you like to do now?
Look at the wall.
We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table.
Look at the mirror.
We walk over to the large mirror. I hold up the candlestick. Oh, the mirror is totally shattered. We see our distorted reflections in the mirror, and we also see something else moving behind us. We both quickly turn around to see who or what it is. But as soon as we turn, the moaning stops. We look at each other, and then both look at the mirror again. What is going on here? What would you like to do now?
Carry on.
Are you sure you would like to turn debug mode on?
No.
Okay. What would you like to do now?
What are my options?
We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table. What would you like to do now?
Look at the table. So as you can see here, guys, what I'm doing is just painting in basically what I'm trying to achieve. Or same effect if I can. Is why I made the triangle for the nose in the last video. Is like a caved in nose with like just the bone structure and none of the cartilage.
Or look at the table. What would you like to do now?
All my options.
When you're ready to stop playing, you can say stop. What would you like to do now?
Continue.
We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table. What would you like to do now?
Look at something else other than what I've already looked at. There we go.
We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table. What would you like to do now?
What haven't I already looked at, guys? Because I don't know. I keep forgetting because I'm doing something else. What haven't I looked at yet?
I hold up the candlestick and we can see a small table in a corner, an open doorway leading to another dark room, and a large mirror on the wall opposite the front door. What would you like to do now?
Lift up the candlestick and walk over.
We could go through the doorway, look at the mirror, or look at the table. What would you like to do now?
Go through the doorway.
We walk through the open doorway into a large, dark room. We walk around with the candlestick and discover what is clearly a dining room. We see large windows, framed in heavy drapes. And, on the wall opposite the windows, there is a large buffet.
Ooh.
We also find a long rectangular table with chairs in the center of the room. Maybe we should look more at these things in the room. What would you like to do now?
I have no idea. Give me the options again. Mixing the paint here, guys. Starting to get a flesh
what
colour.
What would you like to do now?
Walk out the door.
To restart from the beginning or choose another adventure, say start over. What would you like to do now?
Start over, I suppose.
That's not something you can do here.
Oh,
what would you like to do now?
What are my options? Does anybody know what I'm meant to be doing?
We could look at the buffet, look at the windows, or look at the table.
May I
what
look?
Would you like to do now?
May I look at the buffet? Because I'm kind of peckish.
We walk over to the buffet together.
Ooh.
It is quite large, and, in the candlelight, we can see it is made of carved wood. Interestingly, on top of the buffet, sits a glass, pedestal cake stand with a dome cover. It's dusty, but I think there's actually a cake inside.
Okay.
I suppose we could lift the cover of this cake stand. What would you like to do now?
Lift the cover of the cake stand.
Okay. I lift the glass dome cover of the cake stand and, sure enough, there's a complete cake inside. It is covered in chocolate frosting, with sprinkles and a single candle. In red icing, the words, "Happy Birthday," are written on the top. And then, a gust of wind blows out our candle, and like magic, the flame seems to jump onto the candle on the cake. The cake begins to levitate, and is magically carried to the dining room table next to us. We stand in awe as an eerie, glowing scene begins to come alive right before our eyes. The ghostly voices come from two ghostly figures gathered around the end of the table, where a shadowy baby sits in a high chair. The cake sits right in front of him. Then, it all goes silent and dark. Wow, that was so strange. I think we just saw ghosts. Could that be possible? Gee, I sure wish we had some light. I still have the candlestick, but we have no way of lighting the candle again. We really got to get out of here. A bright flash of lightning illuminates the room, and for a second, we see a closed door on the wall between the buffet and the windows. What would you like to do now?
A buffet, I think, or check out. Sounds quite nice.
We walk over to the buffet. The glass cake stand sits on top of the buffet, but there is no cake on it. What would you like to do now?
Eat my shorts, man.
What would you like to do now?
What are my options?
We could go to the closed door, look at the windows, or look at the table. What would you like to do now?
Go through the closed doors.
To restart from the beginning or choose another adventure, say start over. What would you like to do now?
Continue on. The candle.
If you would like me to repeat the full scene, you can say, repeat the scene. What would you like to do now?
Repeat scene.
In the darkness, we can barely make out a buffet, a closed door, some large windows, and a table in the center room. What would you like to do now?
Go somewhere else. Go for the doors.
We open the door and walk into a grand room with tall ceilings. A massive stone fireplace lights up the room for us. In the glow of the fireplace, we see a large pipe organ in the room. The organ appears to be playing by itself. Next to the organ is a large curved staircase, reaching to a second floor balcony. What would you like to do now?
What are my options?
We could look at the pipe organ, look at the fireplace, or climb up the stairs.
Look at
We
the...
could also return to the dining room. Just say go back. What would you like to do now?
Look at the organ.
We walk toward the organ. It is quite large with pipes reaching toward the ceiling. It plays by itself. I wonder where that voice is coming from. What would you like to do now?
Continue.
We could look at the pipe organ, look at the fireplace, or climb up the stairs. We could also return to the dining room. Just say go back. What would you like to do now?
Continue to the fireplace.
We walk toward the fireplace. The eerie sound becomes louder, and we soon realize it's the sound of someone crying. As we approach the fireplace, we come upon the backside of a large armchair. Wait. I think someone is sitting in the armchair. We slowly approach the chair and then walk around it. Sure enough, there is a shadowy, almost transparent woman sitting in the chair crying. She has a stack of small papers that she is flipping through. We can't tell what's on the papers. I ask her kindly, "Hello, is everything okay?" She then looks up. Her ethereal face turns monstrous as she stands up and yells,
Now, everything is not okay. It's a nightmare.
She abruptly turns to the fire, throws her papers into the flames, and then she disappears. One of the papers flies out of the flames and lands at our feet. I pick it up. Look, it is a black and white photo of a wedding couple. The edges are singed and are continuing to burn. Before we know it, the photo is a pile of ashes in my hands. That was all very strange. What would you like to do now? We could look at the pipe organ, look at the fireplace, or climb up the stairs. We could also return to the dining room. Just say go back.
So I'm adding in some more details here, guys. I'm trying not to mess the eyes up too much, getting too wet, because it's still a little bit damp. And we are making it out of paper mache. I have only gone down to a certain point, because what I want to do, guys, is I want to blend things in and get things a little bit more. But what I'm going to try and do is leave half the skull, or half skull, and half exposed and all sort of white and skullish. I might change it over time, but I'm going to do the eyes now, as I'm kind of happy with the way we've got the nose of the base layer and the skin tones and everything like that. We've also got the, as you can see here, what I'm trying to do is similar to that, but also mixing in with a little bit of this here. And as I was saying, we've got a nose here, we've got our bloody nose here, and gaping open sort of thing. And the same as I've got here on my sculptor, which I did many moons ago now, and it's been a while since I've really painted anything. But hopefully you can see what I've done there. So what we're similarly going to be trying to do over here. As you can see, it's got an eye as well. And we're going to keep one eye open and another one sort of caved in and not existing sort of thing. So a bit more like the picture here. So we're revealing the darkness underneath the actual skin itself. So let's carry on. Alexa, carry on the story.
Planet Rock.
No.
As urged other takeaway
Alexa,
boxes to learn from.
Play a game.
I have a few skills for that. Let's try one. Do you want to give earplay a try?
No.
Would you like to try popcorn quiz?
No.
Would you like animal game?
No.
Would you like would you rather?
No.
Do you want to try rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock?
No.
All right.
Nice.
We live in hope. And today's result
Alexa,
is a warning.
I'd like to play the magic door game. Try to remember the actual quests.
Welcome back to the Dark Forest adventure.
So
The
we have to do
massive
the skull
stone
here.
fireplace lights up the room for us. In the glow of the fireplace, we see a large pipe organ in the room. The organ appears to be playing by itself. Next to the organ is a large curved staircase, reaching to a second floor balcony. What would you like to do now?
Continue on.
That's not something you can do here. What would you like to do now?
Look at the organ.
We walk toward the organ. It looks antique and is quite large, with pipes reaching toward the ceiling. It plays by itself. What would you like to do now? We could look at the pipe organ, look at the fireplace, or climb up the stairs.
Climb.
We could also return to the dining room. Just say go back.
Go to the stairs.
We walk to the stairs and climb up to the second floor. Fantastic. That creepy voice is following us up these stairs. At the top of the stairs, we find a dimly lit hallway. To our right is a closed door. To our left is an open door. We hear music coming from the open door. There is a single light bulb hanging from the middle of the hallway ceiling. It is on, but then we hear something above us. And the light bulb flickers. Sounds like someone is up there. Would you like to go to the closed door or the open door?
Open door.
Okay. We walk over to the closed door. I try the door handle. The door is locked. I suppose we need to unlock it with a key. What would you like to do now?
Unlock the door with the key.
Okay. I take out the black key we collected from the entryway and try it in the door. Aha, it works. But wait. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Should we really open this door? How about this? If it's something super scary, I'll just quickly close the door again. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
I push the door open away from us. Yikes. That voice is inside this very dark room. Let's close up this door again. But as I reach for the door, I trip and fall inside the room. And then the door between you and me closes.
No, open the door.
Are you afraid of ghosts?
I'm stuck. The door is locked again. And I'm afraid there's a ghost in here with me. Please, please look for the key and unlock this door again. What would you like to do now?
Unlock the door.
You look all around for the key. Luckily, it has fallen on the floor in the hallway. You pick it up and try it in the lock. I quickly get back into the hallway. Thank goodness, I'm free. Listen, do you hear something? Could that be the wizard? The voice is coming from the end of this hallway. Maybe we should walk down the hallway. What would you like to do now?
Walk down the hallway.
We start walking down the hallway. It's getting darker as we near the end. At the end, we discover a small open doorway with a staircase inside. And we again hear a deep voice echoing beyond the stairs, coming from above us. Listen. Holy smokes, that's got to be the wizard. Let's get up these stairs. We run up the stairs and dash into a steamy, ill-lit attic room. We see a black cauldron in the middle of the room, a table full of flasks and bottles on one side of it, and a standing floor mirror on the other. The mirror, for just a moment, swells with colors, before it stops and returns to normal. We do a complete look around the room and realize he's gone. Yes, it must be true. I can't believe it. We just missed the wizard. What would you like to do now?
Continue on.
When you're ready to stop playing, you can say stop. What would you like to do now?
Continue. On.
When you're ready to stop playing, you can say stop. What would you like to do now?
Next. Continue.
We could look at the cauldron, look at the table, or look at the mirror. What would you like to do now?
Let's have a look at the cauldron. What's in there?
The cast iron cauldron is hanging from a chain in the middle of the room. It is dangling above hot smoking coals. Inside the cauldron is a dark liquid, hot and bubbling. The wizard must have been making something up here. What would you like to do now?
Look at what he was making.
We could look at the cauldron, look at the table, or look at the mirror.
Look at the cauldron.
The cast iron cauldron is hanging from a chain in the middle of the room. It is dangling above hot smoking coals.
Coals.
Inside the cauldron is a dark liquid, hot and bubbling. The wizard must have been making something up here. What would you like to do now?
Look at something else.
We
What
could
I'm
look
gonna
at
do
the
now, guys,
cauldron,
is
look at the
using a bit
table,
darker,
or look at the
a bit
mirror.
more of a closer action sort of paint. Before I was just using basic child's acrylic paint.
So other food businesses operate
And now,
such a deplorable
Alexa, stop.
Thank you for listening to Planet Rock. Goodbye.
Okay, it wasn't, but okay. Now I'm going to be adding in the skull eye. I'm very easy, like I said, I'm using a little bit more of a finer brush, whereas before I was using a lot bigger brush. I want to get things where they should be, because there's the actual eye itself, or where the eye would be if there was one there, which there isn't anymore, because now it's skull side. If you can see what I'm trying to do. But I did go with that design there. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to bring out the eyes a little bit here, which again is following the actual brow of the mask itself, and is your own really. As you can see now, it's a little bit out there. It's a little bit more than an eye, and more demonic. Towards what I'm trying to achieve, really. And I might just cross a couple of these, paint across them like as if they're kind of cracks or something. You can see a little design on the side there. I don't want to put too much, which I would have done if I was going to put too much there, but just putting a little bit of something across the side of it. Now I'm going to continue on with the mouth here, or the skeleton teeth. Give them a bit more colour to them. A bit more depth than a pen straight line, if you see. But you could design it any way you want, guys. You still use the same effect with the jaw piece, as what I was saying to you earlier on, and anything like that. But that's getting a bit drier now. I don't think there's much more we need to do much more to the jaw, other than maybe give it a few sort of licks here and there with again the same thing, just cracks or something like that. But as it's done in paper mache, I'm following its own actual lines that it's got on it. sort of giving it a little bit more darker around the corners, and maybe up here as well. So when it's up and in, hopefully that way will. Just going to get a dabber here. Take off any excess that we don't want. As this is an oil paint as well as acrylic sort of mixed together, so it may not go in quite well. It may soak in, I'm not sure. We'll soon find out. It's not so bad now. But yeah, it only minor details on the actual jaw itself, because you don't want too much there, because you're obviously trying to keep it as skull itself, and if you put too much color in there or anything like that, it will sort of just take away what you've done, and you'll just see it as it is. And you want to sort of try and keep it away from too much following the actual pattern that you actually use the toilet paper as well, which I found was coming through itself. So I've got like circles where I shouldn't have. I kind of hope they work well anyway, because you know, it's a mystical demonite type thing underneath. But yeah, guys, hopefully you'll do your own thing, and you'll get your own one done yourself. Let me know what you did, how you did yours. I'm going to let that dry a moment or two while I do. I'm going to carry on and show you a little bit more on how to connect it to your own jaw, like I was doing earlier on. But we're getting a bit interrupted by Alexa. Again, what I did is made these a little bit smaller. That's what I'm going to do quickly, if I've got my scissors near me, which I do not. Well, I'm going to be cutting this here. As what I said, this was a lot smaller, and you had to sort of change the shape up a bit. As you can see, it's a little bit more square. This one here, one we did earlier. So what you'll need to do is you'll cut the shape, cut them to shape. Cut them down a little bit more, just a smidge more. Again, this was the one we did earlier on. So if you didn't catch that one and you want to learn how to actually get to the stage where you can it's not just the mask and what we use and what materials, because it can be made of everything you have lying around the house, and also just getting something cheap things, such as a little mask you can get in the dollar store and things like that. So like I was saying, we've cut those down now, so they'll slip underneath the actual piece of face. Oh, it's a piece of face. It's the face. It'll go under your face. As I'll show you here quickly. So the top half, which we've just painted as well. Take these things off, I can't actually see anything. You have to get the mask itself. Cut pieces here along the jawline, where the cheeks were. Again, all explained in the last video, so don't forget to check that one out, guys. And for this here, to keep it on my head itself, I've actually got, it came with, as it's, again, you can get this from like Poundland, any kind of shop that's like cheap and nasty. I think I've even seen an actual mask you could use in Asda, or another cheap area of places you can buy, so like local supermarkets, any kind of thing like that. But this came with an actual piece at the back, which is like a basic, I think it was like almost a nun. So I saw it as two faces, and brought it back and tied it to in like a bandana type. If you guys out there wear bandanas, You know what I mean by tying it to the back of your head. So I did that with this one to keep it on my head. But you can use, like I was saying earlier on, things like shoelaces, out of old shoes that you know you're about to throw out. It's getting into winter time now. You can throw out your old shoes, but keep the laces. You'll be able to use them as ties. Again, this is like the one we made it earlier on, so I'm still working on this one. And it'll fit. I was saying about the jaw earlier, it fits underneath. We grab those pieces here. Because we cut those pieces here underneath, when you move your jaw, it's still underneath, but you still can move your mouth. Again, this is the one we made earlier on, so I had to do a little bit more to it. What I will do, in future reference, is trim these down a little bit more, I think, and sort of take away too much of the actual mouth. I think I'll make some teeth for this one as well. What do you think? Does it need teeth? Yeah. Made out of all household materials, guys. Again, we made the jaw and we made the headpiece earlier on today, and I showed you how some paper mache, and I haven't got my camera in the right place. Paper mache, the top here, so you can get the shape of the nose, which we've just painted in the last video, how to get those on there and what sort of layers. Over time, you'll layer about 3 times, is what I said, I think. 3 layers of the same paper. And what I've done as well earlier on is, because I wanted it sort of dry quickly, I add the hair dryer on it, but it is recommended to just let it dry and let it stay as was, because I know I've blown a bit off and I should have blown a bit off. But there is what we've had. Tying it up nice and neatly, gets it on top, gets it where it needs to be, tying it up, cheap is free. So you end up having yourself, what I'm going to do is put this back on. It should be just about dry enough now. Again, coloured in the tops here, just so they don't sort of show up as much, because we want them to be connected without being connected. And you have, I'm just putting it on there a second, guys. And there you have your top half, where we just painted. But because it's not just a mask, it has a jaw. You have to put that on. Put it back underneath. Get it slipped in there. Again, we just adjust things where the jaw should be, and voila. How you doing? We got ourselves a mouth. And half a skull. What do you think about it, guys? Let me know down below in the comment section. Did you make yourself one? What do you wear this Halloween? Are you going to sort of are you good? Put my jaw back in. Yeah,
like a hoodie, any kind of hoodie, like sort of thing. There you got it. More of a skull out. Look. Broken nose. Missing eye. And one that's still kind of peeping at you. What do you think of the teeth? Let me know, guys. Do you think I need more? Do you think I need more, guys? Let me know down below in the comment section. Otherwise, happy making, and I'll see you in the next stream or video. My name's Blut084, BLUT 084. Have a good Halloween, and hopefully you won't get too spooked out. Happy Halloween, everybody. What do you think? But yeah, guys, with a moving jaw, like I said, all you need, guys, is a little bit of paint, a little bit of practice, and everything you can need. Everything you use, I have to cook. All takes a little bit of adjusting, so you can have everything that you want in the right place. So when you talk, you get it to talk. As you can see, because I painted that, you can no longer see it connecting. That's annoying over there. And a little bit over here too. Nice and basic. I'm ready to go out as for Halloween. All made with something cheap to buy and household items. You get yourself something so you can use your mouth for. As if I was to have a drink. I think I'll go to a drink? Okay. You can have yourself a drink at a party and not have to take your mask off. Because everybody knows the worst part is when you see your own face. Tell me what you think, guys. I'll continue on making masks. If you want any other tips, I'll see you next time. Here on my channel, which is Blut084. BLUT084. See you guys in the next stream or daily video. Bye for now.